Hello everybody and welcome back to another rebuild. Today we are going to be having a go at Aberdeen. Aberdeen caught my eye last weekend when they absolutely got crucified by Celtic by losing 6-0 with about 4 goals coming in the last, in added time. Granted it was away from home, but 6-0 all the same. That is a panning if ever I saw it. And they are lying precariously 2 points off the bottom 2 places in 9th position, having only won 3 of the first 11 games. So let's take on the reins of Aberdeen. We have got £250,000 transfer budget, so that's going to be interesting. And the £93,000 wage budget as well. Enjoying the greatest era in the 1980s. Despite not having won anything for 9 years, they are still one of the most successful clubs in Scotland, believe it or not, boasting a total of 40 competition wins. They last lifted a European trophy in 1983, which was the Cup Winners' Cup. They did win the Super Cup as well, actually, in 1983, and then last winning the Premiership in 1985. But they did win it in 84 and 80, so they have won it a few times in the 80s. The Scottish Cup, the last one in 1990, and the Viaplay Cup, not sure what that is, and the Aberdeenshire Cup in 2005. So some major trophies that need to be won, and Aberdeen need to get back to battling it out with Celtic and Rangers. Whether or not we'll be able to get in between them or beat them both remains to be seen, but we'll have a damn good go at it. This is their preferred formation, which I can gladly say I will not be using. I don't like 5 at the back or 3 at the back with 2 wing backs. It all depends what sort of players they have got, but we will be changing that straight away. They have got a few players in on loan. Gartman from Midtjylland, Williams from Liverpool, and Dadia from Beersheva. The board wants us to play entertaining football, develop players using the youth system, work within the budget, and they want us to qualify for Europe, which is what I would like to do as well, and reach the latter stages of the Scottish Cup, be competitive in Europe, and the reach latter stages of the Viaplay Cup. Is that the bet, Fred, I'm wondering, that they have at the beginning of every season? Staffing situation looks woeful as well, just above average, so we'll have to sort that out. And let's have a look at the squad if we do it by ability. Duck, 23-year-old attacking midfielder, or striker even, looks pretty decent. He's only on £2,500 a week, so this is where the problem's going to lie. The wages to attract big players in is going to be difficult, but he looks decent though. Pace and acceleration, wow. What's he like striker-wise? I mean, he has got finishing at 13 as well, but that looks pretty decent. 16 goals for Aberdeen last year when they bought him for 400,000. Seems a bargain. He's worth up to 3.5 now. Miofsky, striker. So he's actually the striker. 14 finishing. Pretty. I'll tell you what, we have got a left winger and a striker now, so we know that for a fact. He looks pretty decent. So he matched the winger as well. 16 goals last season. Clarkson, 21-year-old. Again, midfield. Looks really decent actually as well. Can he play in cam? He can, but probably more suited to midfield. Aggression, bravery isn't too bad, I guess. Work rate's not bad, actually. Teamwork, technique, passing. Okay, maybe more suited to a cam, possibly, but we'll see. Gartman, who's actually on loan, defender or right back. That's frightening if we've had to loan in a centre-back. He's worth 1.1. Clearly, we haven't got enough money at the moment. We've got Papagayi as well. Another striker, actually. They'll be fighting it out between themselves. Do we go just for a normal standard 4-4-2, I wonder? 2 up front. Might as well make use of the strikers we have got. How many did he score last season? 3 and 26. Although we only just signed him. Again, he's only 26 though, so pretty young as well. It's a fairly young side actually. Vicente, Netherlands. He's only 22 years old. He can play on the left or right, which is good. He can play cam as well if need be. Anywhere on the attacking front, which is pretty good. Maybe we use him, 22 years old. Been out on loan, didn't play an awful lot of games. 3 goals in 18 games the season before. So a lot of promise there. Another one with a lot of promise is Reece Williams, who's on loan from Liverpool. I would like to hang on to him, I guess, but 180,000, that's not too bad actually. He can grow into this. He's got great potential. Maybe we can do a deal with Liverpool to bring him to the club at the end of the season, possibly. Another one with high potential is Ryan Duncan. right winger. We can play Cam as well. Not many games. He did play 23 last season with 1 goal. Another one with high potential as well is Shaden Morris. Another winger. We can play centre, or he can play midfield as well. Okay, again showing a lot of promise. Let's have a quick look at the reserves. See if we got anybody that we can bring in here. I like to say there's some reserves in there. It doesn't appear like we have. Oh, but we have got under 18s. Yeah, it doesn't look great. There's high potential players. Finances. 2.8 million in the bank. £250,000 transfer budget. We'll see what we can do with that. Possibly we'll have to renew some contracts, so that'll probably be all gone. Maybe we have to look to free transfers, see what we can do. I was expecting quite a bit of debt, but only £3 million debt. Okay, we can work with that. That's okay. That'll be over in 47. Wow, they are taking its time over that. 10 grand a month. Right, let's sort ourselves a formation. Let's get this team put together, see what we have got. I mean, how many players are over the age of 30? Actually, there's not that many. That's quite surprising. We'll go away, we'll come back, and we'll show you how far we've got. Right, with not a lot of funds readily available this season, we only managed to bring in one signing. That's Liam Scales from Celtic. Why not raid one of our rivals or the best teams in the league? Why not? £125,000, that's all it's cost us, which I'm quite happy about. 4.5 grand a week. He's worth up to 550 now. Hopefully he'll get better. Quite a good potential as well. Reasonably quick and quite young as well at left back. He's better than our current left back. I think it's McGarry. Can play at centre back as well if need be, but really we're going for that. He's quite quick enough to be on the left hand side, but if he needs to fill in, he can do. But the formation we're going to be going with this season, and which kind of worked in the last rebuild, was Villarreal's 4-2-3-1. But the only change this time is this central midfielder role. In the Villarreal one, we did have a roaming playmaker. This time we're just going to settle for a central midfielder. We don't have anybody really that suits the roaming style, so we're going to leave that as it is. Still, we're going with the ball-winning midfielder as well to complement. We're all attacking up front. We're going to go for goals. Why not? We have got very good attacking players, so let's utilise them. And at the back, Scales is going to be locked in. Duck's going to be locked in as well. I think he's got shown very, very good potential as well, and he's scored 2 goals for us already. And we're going to bring Reece Williams. My plan is to bring him to the club next season. Our pre-season went pretty well without a hitch. We did start the campaign in August. We did beat Livingston 6-2. A wonderful thrashing there with a couple of goals for everybody. We did lose to Celtic 4-1 at home, which was a very... well, again, disappointing result. At least it's not 6-0. We did play St Mirren. We won that on penalties in the Viaplay Cup second round. Copenhagen, we played in the Europa League playoff round. First leg, we won 3-2 at home with goals from Vicente, Duck and McGrath. And then we lost away from home, but we did win on penalties. A lot of penalties being scored there, and quite a few misses for everybody else. Duck surprisingly missing for us. In between time, we did beat St Mirren as well, which leaves us lying 4th in the league, which isn't too bad. I'm quite happy with that, as long as we can keep tabs with Celtic. We are above Rangers, who have won, drawn and lost. They lost to Ross County 2-0. Andrew Kilmarnock. Wow. We have drawn Atalanta, Sheriff, Tiraspol and Slavia Prague in the Europa League group stage in Group H. I don't think the draw's been made for the 4th round of the Scottish Cup, and we've got Arbroath next in the quarter-finals of the Viaplay as well. And we are predicted to finish 3rd, 50-1 alongside Hearts and Hibs, but we are surprisingly above them too, so I'm quite pleased with that as well. So hopefully we'll do the media justice by doing that. So let's go ahead and simulate our first season and see if we can, well, get in between Celtic and Rangers, and who knows, we might actually even beat them. Wow, we certainly got better than the media predictions, and I did not expect a 2nd place finish in our first season at all. We're still about 19 points behind Celtic, who were the eventual winners, and they absolutely smashed everybody out of the park by looks of things. They did lose 3 games, Celtic, and both 2 of them games were to us. Wow. But a 99 goals scored, 57 against. I think this is definitely something we can work on, especially with the side that we've got, because they're all relatively young. And we have 2 players in the lead for the Golden Boot, but it is Celtic's player that gets it ahead of us, ahead of McGrath and Miofsky as well. I mean, that's superb. So a quick look at our form guide. So it wasn't too bad. After that loss to Celtic, we went on a bit of a rampage, really. We just thrashed everybody. Wow, that's amazing. A 0-0 draw with Rangers, sorry. We did lose to Hibs straight afterwards, but our home form, I think, kind of helped us along the way. We lost to Dundee 4-2 there, 3-2 to Hearts, but we did beat Livingston 7-1. Did we? Yeah, we beat them 6-2 up here as well. Did we smash? I think we play each other 3 times or something like that, do we? Livingston again 1-1 away from home. Wow, that's a bit of a shocker. But in the last bit of the group stage, though, where it splits into 2, we did lose to Rangers, Celtic and Hearts, disappointingly, after just 2 wins in there, Dundee and Hibs. We did, however, get to the final of the Scottish Cup and we played Rangers and we beat Rangers. 94th minute goal to put us in the lead. But just a minute or so later, and it is at Rangers that equalised straight away to make the game into extra time. Dezers with a lovely goal, though. But the extra time goal coming from an own goal, I think, from Tavernier. We are on the attack again, 1:14 or 1:15th minute. And it's McGarry that comes through on the left-hand side, putting it across right into the path of Tavernier, who slots it in for us. Thank you very much. That is trophy number 1. We do absolutely smash Rangers in the shots-wise, 24-10. Possession 60-40. I mean, I think we destroyed them. Along the way, we did beat Celtic 4-2 in the 4th round, 3-0 against Queen's Park. Motherwell we beat 3-0. Kilmarnock 4-1. I mean, it's a clean sweep. Fantastic. We also get to the final of the Viaplay Trophy as well, and we win that one as well. It's 5-1 smashing. I think it's I'm not sure if that's Falkirk or not, actually, to be honest. A lovely goal by Duck, though, to be fair. He's on the rampage again, but 5-1. I think the formation has suited us quite well. All attacking up front, goals aplenty. 2-0 Gay this time with a goal as well. I mean, it's a phenomenal result. Trophy number 2, it's more than I expected, really, to be honest. Unbelievable scenes, goals just keep flying in. But like I say, 99 goals of the season, 2 cup wins, and one of them was against Rangers as well. I mean, still going into the 70th minute and goals are still flying in. I think that was just a consolation goal there until we find our feet once again. So straight away we go up the other end and we slot the ball in once more. I mean, in off a defender, but it was McGrath's goal and nobody's taking that one away from him. And I think the 5th goal just about to go in as well. Suspicions of an offside there, but I guess you can't from a throw-in. And it's a lovely ball to Duncan through the middle there. Again, 20 shots to 5 this time in the final. 63% possession. Again, another dominated final. Along the way, we beat St Mirren on penalties. Arbroath we've been 2-0 and Ayr 2-0 in the semi-final. The Europa League, however, we didn't look as though we got out of the group stage despite having a couple of wins. Sheriff win 2-0, 5-0 against Slavia Prague. And Sheriff 5-1. We did lose to Slavia Prague and Atalanta. So let's just have a quick look at the group stage. Yeah, 3rd place. I mean, we did just miss out on points-wise, though, to be fair. But that did land us into the Europa Conference League, where we got ourselves to the semi-final and we just absolutely got smashed. Wow, 10-2 over the 2 legs. We won the playoff round 8-2. We won the round of 16, 8-6. Goals flying in all over the place. 7-6 against Ludogorets in the quarterfinals, but wow, that is a pasting and a half. It really is. That's quite shocking. I'm hoping that'll improve next season. So with a good showing in all cup competitions, how did our players do? So McGrath, 31 goals in 63 games with 14 assists. Wow. Duck with 24 goals and 10 assists. 17 and 19 for Vicente as well. I mean, it's a relatively young side. I'm not looking to change our forward line, I don't think, but McGrath possibly. He is 27 years old. 8 and 6 for Barron. Hayes 8 and 4. 17 assists for Clarkson. Wow. 10 assists there for Gartman as well. But our goalkeeper, Cruz, he conceded 97 goals in 63. Yeah, I think there's something definitely amiss there. So going into the next season, we have been given around about £8 million to try and improve our side. So that is going to be absolutely fantastic for us. It's a massive improvement on the 250,000 that we had last season. So we should be able to bring in a couple of players for that and improve the side no end. But on the whole, that's a very, very good start to rebuild. 2 trophies, a semi-final in the Europe, and a second place in the league. Right, starting with Reece Williams. I did say I wanted to bring him back to the club, and we have just done that. I think it's 850 or £800,000 we managed to bring him in for. They were quite happy to let him go, and I was quite happy to relieve him of this young player. 23 years old, stats look really good, and he's improving all the time. He looks absolutely fantastic. So hopefully, after last season's escapade with 4 goals in 34, he's played 3 for us already this season. The next one from Midtjylland, £800,000, Stefan Gartman. I'm not sure what we're going to do with him really. I think we brought him in because he's got good potential. I think we may have brought in another defender as well, just as good or probably be about the same. But we are trying to offload quite a few of the older players as well at the same time. So if anything, he can play at right back or centre back, or be a backup to left back even. So he can play anywhere along the back line, so which is pretty good. From Cagliari, we're bringing another goalkeeper. I did say I wanted to improve our goalkeeper, but 6'4", Rudinovic, £1.9 million. Bargain, I think. Improve the back line, help out Reece and Gartenmann if he is in the first 11. But again, 28 years old, still on the high side, but he only conceded 59-38 for Cagliari last season in Serie A. 7 clean sheets, 4 Player of the Match awards, but he's conceded 5 in 4 so far for us and playing at 7.1, so it isn't too bad. But his reflexes aren't too bad, and his thrown's okay. He's got a good jumper reach and aerial reach, so that's and 1-on-1s isn't that bad either. The reason I wasn't sure about Gartenmann, we brought in Formosa Mendy, £2 million from FC Lorient. They made a whopping loss on him, but he's played 4 games for us already. We've locked him in, I believe. And again, 23 years old, high potential. If he plays alongside Williams, it's going to be quite a good back line that we are building now. And finally, a free transfer, Jaro Riedewald, midfielder. He can play DM, defender, left back, but mainly for midfield really. As a backup possibly, or he might push himself into the starting 11. We shall see. In fact, he might be in the starting 11. He's scored 1 goal in 4 games for us already. He's not really had much game time with Crystal Palace, so I was happy to take him off their hands, and 7.05 he's playing at, goal and 2 assists already. But out the door we do say goodbye to Sokler, McDonald, Pavlova, Doohan as well, Hayes on a free transfer, a few players out on loan also. So starting off, we didn't do too bad. We had the qualifications for the Champions League, of which Lille we beat 8-7 over the 2 legs, a 5-4 away victory after extra time, I believe. Miofsky scoring in the 114th minute. Then we came up against Benfica, who were just far too good for us, losing the first leg 2-1. And then we're being smashed in the second leg 3-0. So that does put us into the Europa League, where we play Ferencváros, Apoel, Fenerbahce, Juventus, Bodo Glimt, Rapid, Crvena Zvezda. I think we've played them before in the previous rebuilds. Can't seem to get away from them. And AZ. But we've had a couple of good results in the league though. Beating Livingston 2-0, 3-1 Kilmarnock. We did beat St Mirren in the Viaplay Cup second round. We did beat St Johnstone in the league 6-3. And then we lost our last game to Rangers 1-0 at home to Vernier in the 18th minute. But not to be undone, we are lying 3rd in the table, so I'm pleased with that. And we've drawn Celtic in the next round of the Viaplay as well. We are out on our own in 3rd place by the media, 50-1 now, ahead of everybody else. But this looks like a Celtic Dream 11. Who's the goalkeeper? Celtic, of course. Why wouldn't it be? So Celtic Dream 11. So let's simulate our second season and let's see if we can get in the mix again. Season 2 has come to an end and we finish in 3rd position. We're in a Europa League spot now We've come off a little bit from last season, that's for sure. Things are a little bit less. 73 points this season. I think we got more than that last season. 78. And we did better. We conceded a lot more goals this time. 66. We still scored in the 90s, which is pretty good. 23 wins. It's not bad considering who we're up against. And with the little budget that we have got, we can only do what we can. And we're 12 points ahead of fourth spot, at least anyway. So our league form, it has been a little bit topsy-turvy. Win-loss all the way down. We get shut out by Celtic, Kilmarnock even. We even lost to Rangers 6-1, a pan in there. But we beat Dundee United and Hibs by 5 goals to nil and 5-3. We lost 6-1 to Celtic. We have been taking a few batterings this season. I thought we at least improved a little bit with this side, but clearly not. And this seems to be an ongoing problem in the last 5 games when this league splits into 2. As we don't seem to do particularly well. Scottish Cup, we don't defend it. We get as far as the quarter-finals, losing to Celtic 2-1. Same with the VA play as well. We're losing to Celtic in the quarter-finals again, 1-0. Seems to be a theme here against Celtic this season. We get to the round of 16 in the Europa League, and that's getting through the league phase. We lost to Fenerbahce and Juventus and AZ, but we did beat Zvezda. Well, just 2 wins, Apoel as well. I mean, did that not get us very far? We only just qualified by the skin of our teeth as well. That is, that's not good. We did progress against Juventus, though. Ironically, after losing to them in the group stage, we beat them 5-1 over the 2 legs. That's amazing. And then we lost to Sporting by the odd goal. That one coming at home in the 36 minutes. It's not great. We do get 1 back and then Sporting score straight afterwards. So we did get the equaliser and then we concede straight away, ending our run in Europe. Mivovsky with 25 goals. McGrath still weighs in at 19 and 6. It's not too bad. I mean, our strike force isn't bad at all, though, to be fair. Duck as well, 13 and 5. I'd like to see a little bit more assist contributions, though. Best Juin as well. Vicente, 11 and 14 is pretty good. 12 for Duncan. 10 for Riederwald. Clarkson waiting with 70. We have got a lot of assist makers. And wow, our goalkeeper. I think the problem's lying at the back. Williams is looking really good now. 6 and 2. But I think it's his partners. He needs a decent partner. Mendy, how did he do? 3 goals and an assist. Okay. It's not too bad. Just what's the problem? Maybe it's our attack wing backs that are attacking too much. Maybe that's what the problem is. 98 goals conceded though. He did get 10 clean sheets. That makes it even worse. 98 and 49. So going on to season 3, we've been given up to £13 million to spend, which isn't too bad. It's more than last season. Let's see what we can do with that. The first of our transfers is a free transfer, in fact. Lucas Fernandez. We managed to pick up this beauty of a player. 27 years old. Just sitting there without a club. And with McGrath sitting in the cam role, he's not really improving despite getting quite good figures every season. We decided to upgrade a little bit. And I think he'll do a good job for us. Them stats looks pretty consistent. Another freebie we've picked up on the right hand side is Alex Mighton. Don't understand why he's without a club. 23 years old, pretty quick. Well, he's got a good pace on it. Acceleration is not too bad. He can cross the ball, dribble. Just to be on the right hand side, really. We haven't got a backup to our right winger anyway, but I think we're going to lock him in for this season, see what he can do, because he's still got some potential. From Celtic for £2 million, we're bringing Anthony Ralston, a right back. Devlin is into his 30s now, I didn't realise, and we haven't really got another right back really, and I think he'll do pretty well. Bravery and aggression and determination, they're pretty good traits to have, I'm not going to lie, and relatively quick. Good strength. I mean, he'll fit the bill just fine. At 26 years old as well, we've got a little bit of an upgrade, I think. Another player from Celtic is Matt O'Reilly, midfielder. We needed another midfielder to come in as backup. Clarkson keeps getting injured. I think he'll probably play alongside him, if not replace him. So we'll see what happens. But apart from that, his stats look very nice and they're going up as well. And from Sevilla for £2.7 million, a backup centre-back, if not a first teamer. We'll see what happens there. But they are going to be fighting for them to play alongside Reece Williams, I think. He seems to be our star centre-back at the moment. Mendy's doing okay, but we'll see if he gets nudged out of the way from Salas. But out the door, we do lose a few players. Rubetic, he's gone to TSC for £24,500. Marshall's gone for up to £400,000. We've lost Jensen as well. Gay's gone out on loan. And I think that is about it. And I think a couple of other players whose contracts ran out. So we've made a few changes to the formation. We've gone inverted wing back on this left-hand side and inverted full-back on the right-hand side. Seems to be working pretty well when I show you the results in just a second. We've got Myton locked in on the right-hand side and Fernandez in the central attacking midfielder role. And that is what I mean. We are doing very well with this formation. I'm not sure whether the inverted wing-backs, full-backs actually work or do anything. But at the moment, they seem to be working pretty well. We're into the Europa League phase now after beating Midtjylland 4-1 and 5-0 respectively. But we have drawn Sparta Prague, Bayern Leverkusen, Ludogorets, FC20, Young Boys, Real San Sebastian, Slavan Bratislava and Servette. And in the league, we beat St Mirren 2-1 and then we thrashed Celtic. I don't know what's happened here. Mendy scored, Miofsky scored, Riedewald scored and Duck scored. I can't believe it. 5-0. And we struggled against them last season. We played Hibs. We beat them 5-2 as well. And the 3-1 victory over Dundee. But we'll see what happens when we come up against Rangers. After all that, we are sitting top of the table with a good goal difference as well. And we've drawn Hibs in the next round of the Viaplay Cup. Our odds have been slashed to 25-1 now to win the league. So the odds have been halved since last season. So that's good news. So let's get on with season 3 and see how we get on and see if this time we can interrupt the top 2. Season 3 ends without a hitch and we are back in second place and in the Champions League spot once again, and by far our best figures to date. We do still finish way behind Celtic, who win the league convincingly yet again. We beat them twice, 5-0 and 2-1. And Rangers, we didn't manage to beat Rangers in the league though, but they do finish behind us. Wow, 12 points behind us. That's just crazy. 26 wins, 88 goals though, not quite managing the 90 that we have done in previous seasons, but we did concede just 40 goals, which is superb. And Miofsky is the leading goal scorer in the league. The Golden Boot is his, 24 goals to his name ahead of both Celtic players. And Fernandez gets 12 assists as well, which isn't too bad. And our goalkeeper gets 14 clean sheets, and Miofsky gets 6 Player of the Match awards as well, which is phenomenal. But to try and break the cycle, it's going to be tough with 2 seasons to go. So just filtering through our results then. So we had a very, very good start. We did lose to Rangers in the end, 3-2 in that game after a 4-4. But we do go back to winning ways. A couple of draws there, which I would expected us to win, especially being at home. We did lose to Celtic once and lost to Dundee. And then back on the warpath again. I mean, 6 straight wins there, including Celtic as well. Fantastic. We drew with Rangers that time as well, though. We did lose 4-1 to Hibs, though, which was not convincing enough, I guess. But we do bounce back with a couple of more goals. Not as many goals as last couple of seasons, but we're still putting them away. The odd games that we are losing, which you would expect us to win. But the main difference has been in when this league splits into 2, we do manage to fare better than we have done in previous seasons. Just losing the 1 game against Motherwell, but we drew with Celtic, beat Rangers, Hibs and Kilmarnock convincingly. That's a massive improvement. We make it to the final of the Scottish Cup once again, and we win it. We win it 1-0 through an Alex Mighton goal on the right hand side, slots it in beautifully past the goalkeeper who has no chance. Along the way we did smash Arbroath, we beat Kilmarnock after extra time, penalties against Livingston, we did beat Rangers in the semis, and St Mirren in the final 1-0. I'm impressed. It's another trophy number 3. We also get to the final of the Viaplay Cup as well, and we win that 1-0. Dundee United the victims this time as we dominate that, 55% possession to 45 and 10 shots to 6. Along the way we did beat Motherwell 3-1, Hibs 4-2, Celtic in the semis, and then Dundee United in the final. Another trophy number 4. We seem to like these domestic cups. The Europa League sees another story as we bow out to Sporting Lisbon yet again. By the odd goal, 3-3 at home, where Sporting got an equaliser in the 115th minute. Unbelievable. Miofsky gets 44 goals in 47 with 11 assists. Fernandez as well, 25 and 16. Superb buy. He's turned out to be 17 and 3 for Gay, who's out on loan. He's not going to be a bad backup. Duck with 12 and 11. 12 and 17 for Mighton in his first season. Fantastic. And same with Vicente as well, 10 and 17. Both sharing that spot, or were they? Maybe they were playing a different position. I mean, a lot of players getting involved, and our goalkeeper getting 48 goals conceded against 52 with 23 clean sheets. That must be some sort of record. But going into next season, we have been given just under £10 million with a little bit of wiggle room in the wages. So hopefully we can renew some contracts and do some more business to improve our side. And then we can make a good go of it for the top spot. Right, not an awful lot of activity happening in the window. We only brought in 2 players. Lino Caston, a backup goalkeeper. I realised we didn't have any other goalkeeper than our main one. And yes, we definitely needed a backup just in case he gets injured. And Caston looks pretty decent, 25 years old. I think he'll suit the bill quite well, actually. Great determination and aggression. He's got a good jumping reach. He can command the area as such. He can throw the ball out at least anyway. And he's got 10 passing as well. So ball playing goalkeeper looks quite decent, I think. One-on-ones looks good. Reflexes as well. Everything you probably need in a goalkeeper. But for a backup, I think he'll do pretty well from Volendam for £1.5 million. And our main money went on Pobega from Hellas Verona in Italy. £7 million we paid for him. It's an awful lot. I think he's probably our most expensive player to date, I think, so far. But someone to sit in midfield, a player that can take us to the next level. I think he's played for Roma, Milan and Torino. But yes, £7 million. And I think already he's played nearly all the games so far. 2 assists and a goal in 5. He's had 1 goal in the Champions League already. So we're doing pretty well with him in there. And his playing time pathway is actual star player. So we're still going to go with the same formations we did last season. We're not going to change it. We finished second. We can only get better from there. But we are going to lock in Ralston, because if we pick our best 11, he doesn't appear there. Mendy appears there instead. But we have got Miofsky, Fernandez, Mighton, Duck, O'Reilly, Pobega, Mendy in that right back, which I want Ralston, Williams, Salas, Scales and Rudinovic in goal. I mean, it's a very, very solid side, I think. And already 10 goals for Miofsky. Wow. I want him to break 50 goals this season. I wonder if that's possible. And I'm hoping it is, because at the moment, results-wise, things are going our way. We quickly go through the league games first. We beat Rangers 3-1. Then we beat Hearts 5-0. Dundee 2-0. 2-0 against Celtic even. And 5-0 against Hibs. Have we not considered a goal in that? Oh, just the one against Rangers. Okay, fair enough. In the Viaplay Cup, we beat Hamilton 3-2. But in the Champions League, we managed to get to the group stage roles, the league phase, which is fantastic for us. We beat Slovako 9-1 over the 2 legs. Then we beat SK Rapid on penalties in the end after winning away, losing at home. And then we played, I think it was AZ, 3-2 away from home and 3-0 at home, which was, well, phenomenal, really, to be fair, to put us into the Champions League for the first time. So I'm really happy about that. So we get to play Antwerp, Monaco, Bayern Munich, Porto, Besiktas, Lazio, AC Milan and Feyenoord. I would like us to think we could get into the next round out of the group stage, I think. We're lying top of the table, 5 for 5 and a massive 5 points clear at the top of the table with our goal difference surpassing everybody else's, which is phenomenal. We've drawn Dundee United in the quarterfinals of the Viaplay. Now let's have a look, see where the media has put us now. Remember, we were 25-1, and I think we were third position last season. Right, the media prediction have put us down in second position, 15-2 now to win the league. That's phenomenal. That's come right down from 25-1, which is fantastic. And we're in between Celtic and Rangers, which is brilliant. The Dream 11 sees us with Pobega and Williams, which is absolutely brilliant. And to be in this stage of season 4 is really good. So let's simulate our 4th season, see how we get on. And maybe, just maybe, we get a little bit closer to that Premiership title. Wow, what a season we've just had. We've just won the Premiership. We've won it by an incredible 5 points. We've managed to catch up with Celtic and overthrow them. We've put a cog in the works. Celtic are not unbeatable, so it seems. Only 4 games lost this season. We only scored 85 goals though. However, the biggest improvement is we conceded 32. Just 32. Just goes to show how solid our defence is. Despite Celtic coming strong in the last 5 games, we do manage to hold on. And Rangers, well, they're 13 points behind us this time. They are really losing the plot a little bit. Miofsky gets the golden boot yet again for a second successive season. Mighton, 14 assists. He also gets second best player in the league as well. And Rudanovic, 15 clean sheets in the league this time. Still behind Celtic's melee. So we have a look at our league form, and it looks like 10 games, 12 games unbeaten, 11 wins before we lose our first game to Rangers. Wow, that is superb. Then we go on another unbeaten run, which is amazing. 3 draws though in November. Disappointing. Could have been a lot more if we won them ones. But a 6-2 win over Motherwell. Dundee United 5-2. We do lose to Kilmarnock. Again, there's lots of spats where we go unbeaten, which has made a big difference. Again, a 3-1 victory over Celtic there. Rangers will win 2-0 down here. Dundee United 5-2 again. Ross County, we lost away. Wow. It's a vast improvement on previous seasons, that's for sure. And we almost go unbeaten in the latter stages of the Premiership. But yeah, that loss to Celtic at the end, disappointing. The Scottish Cup, we bow out to Dundee United in the 5th round, 2-1. Disappointing not to defend it. We might go and win it next season. The Viaplay, we get as far as the semi-finals, losing to Motherwell after beating Hamilton and Dundee United, actually. We get our own back on them, but we do have a 2-1 lead, and then we just throw it away in the last couple of minutes. Unbelievable. The Champions League, we do get past the group stage though, but get knocked out in the knockout rounds to Newcastle. Wow, 8-1 overall. That's disgusting. So in the group stage, we lost to Antwerp, but beat Monaco, Bayern Munich, but lose to Antwerp. And lose to Porto convincingly. So the 2 games we lost were bad results. Besiktas would be... We draw with Lazio, lose to AC Milan and beat Feyenoord. Where did we finish? We finished in 18th position. That's not a bad showing in the Champions League. It's out of interest who went on to win it. It was actually PSG beating Newcastle. So we lost to the almost winners of the Champions League. But it was a PSG that took it. Goal-wise though, I'm disappointed. I'm not going to lie. Miofsky, only 23 goals this season. Had a really good start to the season as well. 19-7 for Pobega. I mean, that's a fantastic return as well after bringing him in. 17-8 for Duck. Really good at 27 years old. Fernandez, 13-9. 10-8 for McGrath. He's still hanging around. Mighton, 10-15. Really good return as well. Vicente, 8-5. Reece Williams, 6 goals and 2. Gay even got some game time as well. 5 goals in his 6 starts. 10 assists for Riedewald as well. I mean, the side we've got is pretty good. McGrath, though, looks to be dropping off, so we may have to replace him. And possibly Fernandez. He has dropped off quite a bit, actually. But he's worth up to 14 million, so that may be something we could cash in on and bring in somebody's better. But saying that, I don't think we really need to change the side at the moment. Rudanovic, though, 41 games, 50 goals conceded. Seems a fair amount. And Caston as well. He did play 7 games himself, conceding 12. So going into the final season, wow, that is amazing. £24 million and a big boost in the wages budget as well, nearly 100 grand a week. And maybe we can bring in another striker, another cam possibly, because McGrath and Fernandez, they seem to be falling off a little bit despite how well they are performing. And maybe another defender maybe. Wow. That is just superb. I'm really excited to see what we can do with this now. We'll start with the outs first for a change. And we do let go of a couple of players. Riedewald's gone to Al Yaziri, Zira, £5.75 million. We couldn't knock it that back really. So we decided to let him go. And we had quite a lot of midfielders anyway. Gay's gone to standard for up to £4.7 million. We've brought in a new striker, so we weren't going to use him, unfortunately. He showed so much promise in the loans and when he played last season. But to be perfectly honest, we needed another striker just to take us to that next level and hopefully get us probably 30 goals a season, maybe. McGrath's also gone. We've got another cam. So we've got Fernandez and this other one. And yeah. £500,000 to St Johnstone. Again, great service to the club. Hamilton's also gone to Glentoran for £115,000 and a couple of other players have gone also. So, our first signing. We've stolen James McCarthy from Celtic. £7 million. Celtic got him on a free last season and they've sold him for a profit. He only played 4 games. So we decided to take him off their hands and he's already got a golden player of the match for us already and playing at 7.18. I can't ask for more. Stats wise, looks really good. He's going to be our new attacking midfielder in this role. Fernandez dropped off quite a bit. We've tried to offload him actually, to be honest, Fernandez, but yeah, we've hung on to him, so just in case we do need him. But again, another great servant to the club, despite being here a short time. But McCarthy, I think he'll do the job for us, and especially off one of our rivals. Striker-wise, we're bringing Liam Delap, 24-year-old, £14 million, I think it cost us from Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah, 14 million. 4 goals in 4 for us already this season with an assist and a player of the match. He hardly featured for the English clubs. So maybe he'll get quite a bit of game time here. But again, stats-wise, finishing-wise, looks perfect. Physicals look great. He's got good determination and aggression, so he'll get amongst them defenders. We bring in Lucas Velicki. He only cost us £62,000. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I think he was only a 3-star when we brought him in. Looks far better than that now. We brought him in from, I'm assuming that's Czechoslovakia. That could be Czechoslovakia. 3 games for us already, £62,000. Just to help Duck on that left-hand side, mainly. Showing a lot of promise, and he's only 25 years old. And finally, from Reims for £8.5 million, we bring in Alan Chapchet. I decided to bring in another defender in. We can't have enough defenders as backups. We've got 2. I think it's Salas and Williams at the back. They are stalwart at the back. They're brick walls. And to have another youngster in there with great potential as well is going to push the other 2 to the limits. So, to begin with, we are going to be running with Delap and McCarthy as locked in. But if we pick our best 11, they still stay there, thankfully. But Mighton and Velicki are on the team sheet with O'Reilly and Pobega. Mendy still showed as a right back. I don't understand why. Ralston and Bowie, you know what, I'll run with it, let them sort it out. But other than that, we have got a relatively good side now. Results-wise, it's all gone our way, apart from a couple of draws against Hearts and Celtic. But we did beat Kilmarnock 2-0 and Partick Thistle 7-1. First game of the season. Fantastic. We only played 1 game in the Champions League Champions Path. So Maccabi Haifa 2-2 away, 4-0 at home, which puts us into the league phase against Inter Milan, Bodo Glimt, Atalanta, Real Madrid, Ajax, Shakhtar, Barcelona, Benfica. Now, I'm not going to lie. That's quite daunting. We are lying in 4th position, but we've only played 1 game less, but we have drawn 2 games. Not as dominant as we were last season, but we have still got the best goal difference so far. And we've drawn Dunfermline in the next round of the Viaplay, and the draw for the Scottish Cup hasn't been made yet. And we are now 7-2 to win the league off Celtic, so hopefully we can do that. Pobega and Velicki are now the new players from Aberdeen in the Dream 11. Rangers have also got a player in there as Despodov, but the rest are, I wonder whose that is, Celtic, of course, and the Celtic dominate the rest. So let's simulate our final season. Let's see if we can go and do the treble. That would be amazing, and see if we can get a bit further in the Champions League. Well, the fifth and final season has concluded, and we're champions yet again for the second season running, which is absolutely phenomenal. Get more points again. I think it's only by a couple of points though, but we have increased our points tally every season, and we conceded only 38 goals and scored 94. We're back into the 90s, which is absolutely fantastic. We do beat Celtic to the title by 2 points. But look at Rangers. Rangers are just falling way behind. 11 points this time. They lost 9 games. So who did we lose to? So we lost to Ross County, Hearts and Celtic. Obviously there's another game in there. We did beat Celtic 4-0 actually. Rangers, we beat twice. Just goes to show you beat the top 2 clubs and you do stand a chance of winning the league. That is, I'm amazed. 2 championship wins. Delap gets the leading goal scorer. He wins the Golden Boot this season. And McCarthy as well. He gets 18. Even better. I'm just intrigued as to how many they will have got overall. But that is, that's marvellous stuff. McCarthy, best player in the league. Myton, not far behind. But assists. We've got Myton, we've got Pabiga and McCarthy as well. Player of the match. We're dominating. Rudinovic, 13 clean sheets this season, still behind Celtic's goalkeeper. But even so, on a whole, that has been an absolutely phenomenal rebuild just on the league side. So, league. Wow. That's a long run. Flipping heck. That is, wow. Look at that Rangers, 3-0 there. Rangers again, 2-0. Celtic. Oh, we did lose to Celtic though there. So that must have been the other game that we lost to then. Wow. I mean, that's a long run right up until Boxing Day. Wow, we did really well. All that time unbeaten. Then we lost 2 in a few games. And then we're back to winning ways, including a draw with Rangers. How we lose to Ross County is beyond me, but still, we have long spats where we are unbeaten, and that is brilliant. We did lose our last game of the season, though, but once again, when we get to the final part of the season, we have improved an awful lot. The Scottish Cup, we get as far as the quarterfinals, losing disappointingly to Queen's Park, 2-1, away from home, a 96th minute winner. However, we do get to the final of the Viaplay trophy as well, and it's a domestic double. We beat Rangers astoundingly 6-2 in the final. We absolutely smashed them. Delap's netting in the second one or third one there. I've lost count already, but we've just ran riot. Delap is just a breath of fresh air in this squad. A young player, very, very quick, and knows how to put the ball in the back of the net as well. Rangers do try and claw themselves back. I'm not really sure what the score is now, but I think that's their first one. But we do go on the rampage once again. And what a shot from Riley. My word. That is fantastic shot. Rangers try. They get one back as well. Goalkeeper standing no chance really, but Pogba's been outstanding in the midfield. And look at that between the front runners. Absolutely marvellous stuff there. Not to be undone though, we do get another goal going into the 80th minute, and that's another fantastic goal by Mike. We absolutely smashed Rangers. 54% possession, 17 shots to 9, and the side, it's just fantastic. But along the way, we thrashed St Johnstone 5-1. Dunfermline, we won 3-0. Celtic, we win in the semi-final. I mean, we have beaten the big guns yet again. The Champions League, however, we get knocked out in the playoff rounds again. Salzburg this time 3-1 away from home and a 1-1 draw. But along the way, we did lose to Inter in the end, 2-1. We beat Bodo Glimt. We lost to Atalanta, but beat Real Madrid and Ajax. I mean, what on earth? Real Madrid, that's got to be one of them games up there, surely. Shakhtar 3-3. We beat Barcelona and we beat Real Madrid, and we get smashed by Benfica 5-0. What? And can't beat Salzburg. That in itself does not make sense. It's like the previous season or the season before where we beat Bayern Munich in the group stage and didn't get any further. It just doesn't make sense at all. But that 5-0 loss to Benfica, wow. Where did we finish then? We did finish in 15th position, 4 wins, 13 points, 3 points off automatic to round 16. Sorry. And who won in the final? Man City beat Arsenal, so it's an all-English final. Squad-wise, well, I wanted 30 goals from my striker, and I got 37 from Delap, 32 from McCarthy. Oh my word, I think he's been the difference this season. 32 goals, 19 assists. That's 51 goal contributions. I tell you what, he's only 25. Delap and McCarthy, I think they're going to be on my radar for the next couple of rebuilds, I think. Lucas Velicki, 17 and 14. That's not bad either. 18 assists there for Pobiga with 8 goals. Duck gets 8 and 3. Myton, 6 and 18. I tell you what, for a freebie, he's been absolutely fantastic. A goalkeeper, 56 goals conceded in 49, which is good. 18 clean sheets. I was going to say assists then. And our other goalkeeper, he played 7 games as well, only conceding 8. But Williams, who's now 27, how much has he progressed? He's been here from the start, hasn't he, when we brought him in on loan. And his attributes have all increased. I mean, it's been up and down, some of them, but a majority of the stats, especially his mentors, they've gone up. And his jumping reach, wow. Staff-wise, we're still short of a couple of members of staff, but I think we've got almost the best in the league, which always helps. Finances, 34 million, 18.5 in the transfer kitty. Debts, they've paid the debt off. They've only got £2.5 million in transfer debt, which is even better. Right, I think that's where we're going to leave this rebuild here. We've done incredibly well. We've done particularly well in the domestic cups. We've won the league for the past 2 seasons. We've won 2 Scottish Cups and 3 Viaplay Cups as well, which is fantastic for a club that has been struggling both on the pitch and financially as well. But we've managed to get ourselves around it. We're out of debt, which is good, and 7 trophies to boot. I can't ask for more than that. So if you did enjoy this video, please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let me know down in the comments who you would like to see rebuilt next, and we'll try and get that in the next couple of weeks. And until the next time, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.